Hola and welcome to Lindita's Kitchen. I am Lindita, and do we have a fantastic show for you today? I'm going to be making some shredded beef burritos and taquitos and with all the fixings. And not just that, I have a special guest that's going to be coming in and giving us a little bit of pointers about, calories in and calories out and what's happening here in Aurora. All right, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Now, I've got 2.5 pounds of meat. Okay, it's the beef chuck pot roast. And you can use, for your shredded beef burritos, you can use a flank. I'm using this for this one because it's fuller and it's got a little bit more fat in there, and that's what you want because we're going to be cooking it up. So before we get over there, we're going to go ahead and start adding all the little spices that you need. So I've got salt. Of course, salt is, I don't use a lot of salt, but in this meat, you do need some good salt. And I'm using the kosher salt. I'm gonna pat that down a little bit. And I'm gonna use some pepper. And I'm gonna do both sides too as well. And some garlic salt. I love garlic and I love garlic salt. I see. So we're gonna rub all that in there. And I have also left this out about 20 minutes. It was about 30 minutes before I took it out of the refrigerator and let it sit. Just kind of give it that motion that you need for the meat to go. Go where? In the pot, is what I meant. Okay, we're gonna repeat the process. So and I love my little pepper here. I'm not using it all, but I'm gonna go ahead again and use some of the salt, the kosher salt. I'm not using these again, so I'm gonna just put these aside and go ahead and rub it in there. Drum roll. Okay, so, and then for this, I'm gonna also add 2 cloves of the crushed garlic. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna just crush them using my molcajete. And if you don't have one, just go ahead and use a stone or your knife and you can just crush it just like that. So then I'm gonna add a little bit of water and we're gonna toss it in our Dutch oven. Okay, so let's get going. I've started heating up my Dutch oven. If you don't have one of these, it's a good investment, let me tell you. They are wonderful. So you want to coat the bottom with a little oil. And I'd say that's about 2.5 or 2 tablespoons. And we want it to get a little warm because we want to brown both sides of our meat. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the meat. Let's see if it's ready. Well, while we're waiting for that to heat up a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and do my garlic. And if you don't have one of these, it's okay. I'm just gonna use a little bit of water just to just loosen it up from the molcajete, like that. Because we're gonna add water to it anyway. All right, so I think it's ready to go here. Let's see, yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss my meat. And what we want is to brown both sides of the meat. So that's gonna take a couple minutes here. And at that point, we're gonna have it on like a medium high right now, just to get the process going. Okay, so I've had it browning for about two minutes. I'm gonna check to see if it's ready to, it's ready to flip. So we're gonna continue this for about 2 more minutes. And meanwhile, like I said, I had my garlic with the water. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this to it. Because I'm not gonna flip it anymore. It's gonna stay like that. Perfect. So let's just spread that up. And I'm gonna break this up in a little while. I'm gonna break up my meat so the juices get into the meat. Just like this. I'll break it up a little bit more as it goes. Now this is gonna I'm gonna add more water. I'm gonna add about another cup of water to this. And then we're gonna cover it and we have it on a high, a medium. Well, it's like a high. So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and cover it for about 3 minutes. Keep it on like a medium high. Oh yes, beautiful. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add, I'm gonna move it around a little bit. I'm gonna add about another cup and a half of water. And we're gonna be checking on this because what happens is you don't want it to dry out right away because it's gonna cook for about an hour to an hour and a half. And I have a Dutch oven and it goes pretty fast. So we'll keep an eye on it, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and put the lid on it. I'm gonna turn it down to a medium because the Dutch oven, like I said, it cooks a lot faster than your regular. So we'll go ahead and we'll cover it up and we'll check on it in a few. And if you don't have one of these, you can also put it in the crock pot and it will cook for about 8 hours. But you gotta still keep checking on it and make sure it's got enough liquid. Okay, let's cover it up. Now for a little black bean salsa and corn. It's gonna be fabulous. Actually, it's called panchitos and he used to love it, and that's my daddy. That was his name, that's what he was known for. And this is a favorite recipe of his that I'm sharing with you. So we're gonna get started with the corn. I've gone ahead and drained it. It's 15 ounces of corn, just your regular corn. And black bean, 15 ounces. It's just a can that you rinse. Make sure you rinse it out really well. And that's what you want for this recipe. And the colors are just gonna go all together in a few, you'll see. And it tastes so good. Yeah. So I'm gonna put this aside because we're gonna go ahead and add a jalapeno to it. Now jalapeno, this one I can tell is already a mild jalapeno because it doesn't have the veins, you know, the brown veins in there, and it's pretty green. So we're gonna go ahead and just cut the top off, remove the top. We're gonna slice it. And it's got some nice seeds in there. So either you can go ahead and scoop them out like this. I see. And a couple seeds in there, it doesn't hurt. It won't hurt anything. Or you can cut it out either way. Just take out the stem and the inside and just remove it. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just remove my little seeds here, get them out of the way. And you know, you can add some, it just gives it a real nice look too, just saying. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna just slowly dice, and then we'll dice them up. I love the smell of jalapenos. And again, I think I've said this in another show, but if you, for some reason, get a hot jalapeno or serrano, if you're not wearing gloves, go ahead and use the olive oil. Olive oil, you wash your hands in olive oil and then soap, of course. And that's what all you need to do for that. And it'll help take the sting away. So you don't want them too, just chop them up a little bit more. Okay, we're gonna toss the whole jalapeno in there. Woo! In our bowl. Then we're gonna go ahead and use our tomatoes. Our tomatoes, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the little head here. And then we're gonna slice. We're gonna go ahead. I say go ahead, just go ahead. And go crossway. And don't go all the way down because then the tomato will really fall apart and you'll just lose it. So meanwhile, I'm gonna go ahead and just flip it on its side and just dice it up. And we're gonna repeat that because you're gonna need 2 tomatoes for this recipe. I'm gonna go ahead and just do this one, and then I'm gonna check my meat just to make sure everything is going good. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just chop these up a little bit more. Dice them up, I should say. Mm-hmm. Tomatoes, you can't have salsa without tomatoes, no? That's how my salsa came about, just add tomatoes. But this recipe is so delicious, and it's not just a salsa. You can use this as a side dish too. It's really refreshing and colorful. And as you know, when I talk about food, I talk about color and how it does taste better, you know? And we're gonna go ahead and use all the juices because you want it to kind of blend in there and give you that crunch that you need. Okay, and then I'll do one more, and meanwhile, I think what I'll do is I'll check on my meat, see how it's cooking. So let's head over there. Okay, let's check this. Oh yeah, we're gonna go ahead and flip it right now, and we're gonna add some more liquid to it. And I'm gonna break it up in a little bit. Like I said, you have to keep adding liquid to it and checking it if you're doing it in a Dutch oven, because it does cook a lot faster. I'm gonna cut this, split this up a little bit. In a little while I'll do that and break it up, okay? Let's cover it up. So when I flipped my meat, what I did is I waited about 30 minutes. And it's about every 30 minutes that you want to do that. And the next time we check on it, I'm going to cut it up a little bit and just kind of separate it for you. So I went ahead and diced up my other tomato, and I've got an onion. It's a yellow onion. And again, you know, you've seen my shows before. If you haven't, what you want to do is we're going to do a half of an onion for this recipe. So I'm going to, again, and I'm going to use half. So I'm going to go halfway in my onion. We're going to turn it around. You can go a little smaller, or if you're just having a diced, in this case, I'm going to go ahead and I'll chop them up a little bit more. Yeah. We love onions in this family. So we're gonna go ahead and chop them up a little bit more. Oh, one got away there. I see. Nice and fresh. So I'm going to go ahead and just put this on the side here for right now. And what we're doing next is adding 1 tablespoon of Linditas. Linditas mild salsa mix. So we're going to go ahead and sprinkle that in. Gotta have Linditas. And some fresh cilantro. It looks a little dry here because I pulled it apart, but I've got some more on the side. I'm just gonna take a little bunch. You gotta have cilantro, no? You do. Hear that crunch? And to top it off, I'm gonna go ahead and just use our lime. I have a lime that calls for this recipe. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and use my fork. This is the way my mom used to do it back in the day. Hey, there was no little lime squeezers or anything. And I went ahead and I rolled it before so you can get some juices. You know, you just roll your lime or your lemon, get it all loosened up. Perfect. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and I'm gonna mix it up, bring in the colors all together. Mira tan bonito que se ve. That means how beautiful it looks in español. And the aromas are amazing with the meat, and we got the tomatoes and the peppers and the onions. Ay, ay, ay. Like I said, you can have this as a salsa and as a side dish, and it's so pretty either way. And I'll show you in a little bit when I set it up, when we present. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the refrigerator, and we're gonna check on our meat, see how it's doing. Let's do it. Okay, let's check up on our meat. Oh la la, mira how beautiful that looks. The aromas in here are just amazing. I wish you were standing here right by me. I'm gonna flip this over. Ay, ay, ay. Then what I wanna do is I wanna kind of take it apart, tear it, just cut it a little bit and separate it. And it'll cook a little bit faster. Oh, just like this. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more liquid, water, of course. And it's pretty much ready to, I can almost tell it's ready to shred. Okay, let's cover it up. Another 30 minutes. I've got my comal going because I want to cook up my green onions. Got a couple green onions to go with this dish. So we're gonna, and I've already gone ahead and sprayed them with a little olive oil. So they've been sprayed. We're gonna brown these. I'm gonna throw on my jalapeno and we'll let them just get toasty. They are ready. Oh my goodness. Let's take these off and we'll serve them up with our plate. Jalapeno, ooh. Whoa, are we ready or what? That looks fabulous. Now I'm gonna start shredding. You can shred it right in your pan. Start shredding it. We'll take off the fat here in a little bit. So let's get this going. I'll start shredding here. Oh, this looks awesome. And that's what you want to do for the whole thing. You want to shred it all up. And then we'll keep it in the juices. You can take it out or put it back in. I've gone ahead and shredded my meat. This looks fabulous. The aromas are incredible. Oh, now we're gonna plate it up. Let's just do it right now. So of course I'm using my flour tortilla, and my husband Michael actually loves it. Mr. Lindita actually loves it just plain. So you can have a plain burrito, you can just wrap it up, or you can add a little bit of queso fresco, into that as well. And you know what? I'm gonna just because I have a salsa on the side here, it's also a side dish, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of Linditas in this one. Color it up. Beautiful. Mira, tan bonito. Okay, we're gonna wrap that baby up right now. Whoop. Okay. And then I'll fix it in a little bit. You'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, and our tortilla. So again, you can have little tortillas también, like an appetizer. It doesn't have to be really all that fancy. Oh, it's opening up because it's ready. It's ready to be eaten. That's what I'm trying to say. And I like to serve these up for an appetizer, so you can make little tiny burritos like that. Así, and you just roll them up. Mira tan bonito. And then, you have your corn. And I like to kind of toast mine on the edges. Just gives it that real nice crunch and taste. It's delicious. So we're gonna go ahead and add our shredded beef. And again, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and just plate it like this. And I also did a little bit of the green pepper and the onion. I marinated, and then I actually cooked it up a little bit. And you don't have to, but this is just a little side that you can do as well. And I just wanted to kind of toss that. That's why that tortilla opened up. That's why it did that, because it's ready for some bell pepper and onion. And that's the way I like to eat it. So we're gonna go ahead and throw on a little bit of the chorizo. Es queso fresco. I'm thinking chorizo because I do love it with my tortilla. So how pretty is that? Beautiful. And you know what? You can also add a little bit of your bean salsa, and how colorful. And like I said, food is supposed to be colorful, because when it's colorful, it's tasty and it's so good. And with that, I just want to say, I said earlier that I was going to have a special guest. So you know what? We're going to hang in there, and I'm going to bring her out in a few. As I mentioned earlier, I had a special friend that I wanted to introduce you to. Well, she is here. Come on in, Miss Maissaa.
Hey!
How you doing, City?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
God. This is amazing.
It's all just wonderful. And it was made just for you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I've been
viewers.
watching your show for so many years. If you all could smell this, oh my goodness. Oh, it smells amazing.
And it is. And once you get it in you, it's even better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, hey, you got some news to tell us, you know? Something's happening here.
Yes, in Aurora. So we have a new dance and fitness studio on Quincy and Chambers, Basma Dance and Fitness. We opened in April. The official grand opening was April 23rd. And it's just been...
I was there.
Yeah, you were there last week.
I know,
Yes.
the mayor. No, the mayor came for
The
that.
mayor came for the
Yes.
grand opening. That's right. The
Michael,
mayor.
yes.
Exactly.
Mike Kaufman?
Yeah, Mike Kaufman. You were there. You
Yes.
did some classes. She's been coming in and out. So, yeah.
I love it. I think I found a new home. I found a new home
She did.
is what I want to say.
She did. Yes, you did. Yeah. We are so honored to have you. We love having you.
Well, thank you so much because I love being there.
Yeah.
So tell us about your classes.
Yes, so we offer, so the studio is culturally diverse studio offering dance and fitness. So we have fitness classes such as Rebel Fit, Zumba, Pop Pilates. We have a women's boot camp. So if you can get away from work and come do a lunchtime workout on Mondays and Thursdays at 11:30, we offer women's boot camp. We have yoga on Tuesday mornings. So just check out the schedule. We have a variety of fitness classes. And then in the evenings, we have our dance classes. So we have belly dance. We have Polynesian and Tahitian. So you got to get your, calories in and calories out and work on that waistline.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and then we have a really, really great Latin dance program. So we have bachata on Wednesday nights, and then salsa on Friday and Saturday. Saturday we have Cuban style. It's rueda de casino from Cuba. So.
Oh my, that's our.
Yeah.
Well, I saw it on your Facebook.
Yeah.
I just need to come down
Yeah,
and
you
check
gotta
that
come.
out.
You all need to come and check it out. It's such a great community. It's such a great time. We're growing, and I'm just so grateful for everyone who's a part of it, like yourself.
Oh, thank you. It's the last class I went to was on Thursday for the meditation. No, actually, it was for belly dancing.
Yep.
And you specialized in that. You started in, when I met you,
Yeah.
you had your own little studio.
Yes.
Back then.
I actually started Basma Dance and Fitness in my home. I'm originally Lebanese, so I've been belly dancing my whole life. I started teaching it officially. And I've had teams and everything. I'm also a Latin dancer too, so I always say I'm Latina here.
I see.
Because I just love dance. I love diversity. I love different cultures, and I want to bring that out in the studio. So in addition to our classes, we also offer workshops. So we have monthly workshops. Like samba and Bollywood and just different things, just to celebrate different cultures.
And for those that, I have a lot of friends that watch my show in New York and California, and, we had Chicago and San Antonio, Texas.
Woo-hoo.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're ever in the area, hey.
Yeah, drop in. Drop-ins are always welcome. Yeah, always. We're open 7 days a week. Check us out on Facebook at Basma Dance and Fitness. And then the website is www.basmadancefitness.com.
We'll have all that information on our credits as well, so it'll be a good way for you to get in touch and just get in there, working out. Let me tell you, because I love to cook and I love to eat, and I know you do too, and that's why, it's so important to take care of your health. We're getting older, things are happening, and you know what? It's happening down there.
They're going here, or they're going here, or they're going here. So and it's good to move. You have to move. It's really not about weight loss, but the weight does come off. I mean, since I opened the studio, I have lost weight, I have tightened, I have toned, and so have the members that have come. They've all told me, I wasn't trying to lose weight, I just wanted to be part of a community. I found the community, I found the classes that I loved. I love dancing, and it literally just comes off. Yeah. And you just feel so good. Just feel good being with other people like yourself.
When you said, feeling good, I did that belly dancing, and then I stayed afterwards for the meditation. And that was, I'm telling you, it gives me goosebumps, because I actually slept so good that night. And I thought, it was so worth it. I mean, going to do the belly dancing, and I thought, I was sweating bullets doing belly dancing. And I didn't think, you're just moving here and there, but it was coming off. I could tell. And then I stayed on and we did the meditation, and that was so spiritual. It was so connected, and I connected with a lot of the women there, and it was beautiful, just beautiful.
Well, we love you. I mean, you're such a, she's our local celebrity. She's so humble. We love you. So we were so honored to have you there. But meditation is complimentary, so it's a free session. So anybody that needs it, come and just let other people hold space for you and just be there and share. And you know, it's healing. It's a healing space too, not just dance and fitness. But yeah, we just shared and we just meditated together, and it just keeps growing, and you know, it's just attracting just beautiful souls, just beautiful people coming that just want to work on themselves and feel part of a community. So
well, I'm glad to be part of that community.
Well, we're honored to have you. Thank you.
So with that, I just want to say thank you so much for stopping in and being on my show, being a guest. I'm just so blessed and so lucky to have you too as well. So, you know, and I just want to do a little shout out to our sponsors, Nick's Garden Center. Again, you can get Linditas salsa there as well.
Yummy.
Amazon and on my website, linditasalsa.com. And, you know, again, look up Maissaa, because, you know, we want to see you down there and working it off with us.
Yes, absolutely. Let's get moving. You know, find your community. Everyone's welcome. Drop-ins are welcome. Let's go.
And with that, hey, we need to say a little cheer.
Yes.
Hey,
salud.
salud. Hey.